My precious child, let stillness find you here, in this very breath, in this quiet pause between what was and what is becoming. I am present with you, not as a distant observer, but as the very essence of peace settling into the spaces where worry has lived too long. You may have arrived at this moment believing it was chance, a random scroll, a fleeting curiosity. But I tell you plainly, nothing concerning you is ever random to me. This meeting was written into the fabric of time before your first heartbeat, before your first question, before you learned what it meant to carry weight you were never designed to hold. I see the exhaustion behind your eyes, the kind that sleep cannot touch. I see the questions you have stopped asking because the silence felt too heavy. I see the hope you guard so carefully now, protecting it from one more disappointment. You have learned to brace yourself, to expect less, to prepare for what might go wrong. This vigilance has kept you standing, but it was never meant to be your permanent dwelling. I am speaking to you now because the season of guarding is giving way to a season of receiving. And what I am about to place before you requires open hands, not clenched fists. You carry names you were given by pain, labels assigned by people who could not see past their own wounds to recognize yours. You have believed lies spoken in moments when your heart was most vulnerable. And those lies took root because you had no other framework to understand why certain things happened the way they did. But I am here to gently pull back each misunderstanding to show you what has always been true beneath what felt true. You are not who your hardest days told you that you were. You are who I say you are. And I have been saying it since before you could hear me. My beloved, I know the weariness in your soul, not the kind that comes from a long day, but the deep tiredness that settles when you have been strong for too long without rest. When you have held yourself together while everything around you seemed determined to fall apart. When you smiled through gatherings while your heart was quietly breaking. I was there in each of those moments. I was the strength you did not recognize as mine. I was the whisper telling you to take one more breath, to wait one more day, to not give up even when giving up felt like mercy. There were moments you thought I had forgotten you, when you looked around and saw others receiving what you had prayed for, when you wondered why your breakthrough seemed delayed while theirs came swiftly. Those comparisons wounded you, made you question whether you had done something wrong, whether you were somehow less deserving. But I need you to understand this with absolute clarity. I have never compared you to another soul. Your journey is yours alone, designed with precision for the specific calling I placed within you. What looks like delay to human eyes is often divine preparation to mine. I was not withholding from you. I was preparing you to hold what was coming without it crushing you under its weight. The path you have walked has been intentional, every step of it. The closed doors that confused you were my protection from paths that would have diminished you. The relationships that ended were my gentle removal of influences that would have kept you small. The silence you interpreted as absence was actually my nearness in a form your pain could not yet recognize. Stand with me now in this truth. Declare over your own heart that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, not dismissed. I am with you. I have always been with you, and what I am doing now is bringing into clear view what has been forming in hidden places all along. You have been in a season of becoming, though it felt like a season of waiting. While you measured time in days and months, I was measuring transformation in depth and readiness. Pain refined you, silence strengthened you, and uncertainty taught you to lean into me. These were not wasted seasons. They were essential preparation. I see your heart even now, testing these words, wondering if they are meant for you. Let me remove that uncertainty. This is for you. Not because you earned it, but because you are mine. My love is not transactional. It is constant, unwavering, and it has been covering you even in moments when you could not feel it. The weight you have been carrying was never yours to bear alone. You took on burdens that others placed on you without asking if you had capacity. You accepted responsibility for outcomes you could not control. You blamed yourself for things that were never your fault. I am asking you now to begin releasing it, not all at once, but piece by piece, breath by breath. There is a lightness waiting for you that you have not felt in years, a freedom that comes from inner alignment with who you truly are. You have spent so long trying to be what others needed that you almost forgot what it feels like to simply be. But I remember the version of you that existed before survival became your primary mode. And I am calling that version back to the surface. Your true identity is not found in your achievements or your failures. It is not determined by who stayed or who left. Your identity rests in me, established before any earthly voice spoke over you. You are beloved because I chose to love you. You are called because I delighted in creating you exactly as you are. I placed within you specific sensitivities, unique ways of perceiving that the world may have told you were too much. Your depth was never a flaw. Your ability to feel deeply was never weakness. These were intentional design, woven into you so you could carry what others cannot carry, see what others cannot see. You are entering a threshold moment, my child, not a destination but a doorway. What you step into from here will require you to release old ways of seeing yourself, old agreements you made with pain about who you are and what you deserve. This will feel vulnerable. It will ask you to trust before you have proof. It will require you to move forward while some questions remain unanswered. But I am not asking you to do this in your own strength. I am offering you mine, and my strength has never failed. Not once, not ever. Type Amen if you feel this truth settling into your spirit, if you sense something shifting even now as you read. Let that simple word be your agreement with heaven, your yes to what I am doing in this very moment. The confusion you have felt about your purpose is about to give way to clarity, not all at once, not in a single dramatic revelation, but in gentle unfoldings that will feel like remembering rather than discovering. You will begin to recognize why certain experiences wounded you so deeply. They touched places connected to your calling. You will understand why some relationships could never find solid ground. They were not aligned with where I am taking you. You will see patterns in your life that felt random but were actually preparing you for what you could not yet imagine. What I am revealing is not new information. It is truth you have always known at a level deeper than conscious thought. Your spirit has been whispering it to you for years, but the noise of daily survival drowned out its voice. Now, as I quiet the external chaos and calm the internal storm, you will hear it clearly. This knowing will guide you forward, not with force, but with gentle certainty. You will find yourself making decisions from a place of peace rather than fear, moving toward what calls to you rather than running from what threatens you. There are people being prepared right now to enter your life at the exact moment you need them. Connections that will feel like recognition rather than introduction. These are not accidents. I am orchestrating meetings, aligning timing so that when you step into the next phase, you will have the support required. You will not walk this path alone. Simultaneously, there are connections that have served their purpose and are naturally fading. You may feel sadness at their departure. Honor what was, but do not cling to what has completed. Every exit creates space for something new. Trust me in this release. The financial concerns that have weighed on you are known to me. Every bill, every calculation, every moment of wondering how it will all work out. Provision is coming, but it will come as you learn to receive rather than strive. It will flow as you release the grip of control, and trust that I am able to supply what you need through means you have not yet considered. Watch for unexpected openings in the coming days and weeks, opportunities that appear with ease, favor from sources that have no logical reason to extend it, resources arriving from unexpected directions. These are signs of my hand moving, confirmation that what I speak, I also perform. In the comments, declare this simple truth: my season is shifting. Write those 4 words and let them be a stake in the ground, a marker of this moment when you chose to believe that change was not only possible but already in motion. I am healing places in you that you did not know were wounded. Injuries so deep they became part of your normal baseline. As I bring restoration, you may feel unexpected emotions rising, tears without clear cause, sudden moments of grief or relief. This is part of the healing process. Do not judge these responses. Let them flow. You will begin to notice patterns in your thinking that no longer serve you. Automatic assumptions of the worst outcome, reflexive self-blame, constant vigilance. These mental habits formed as protection, but they have outlived their usefulness. I am giving you new patterns, new ways of interpreting circumstances, new default settings that assume my goodness rather than expect harm. Your body has also carried the weight. Tension in your shoulders, tightness in your chest, shallow breathing. I am teaching you to breathe deeply again, to let your muscles soften. As your inner world finds peace, your outer world will reflect that shift. The dreams you set aside, the desires you buried because wanting felt too painful after repeated disappointment. I have not forgotten them. Some of those longings were from me, seeds I planted in your heart to draw you toward your purpose. Others were distractions, good things that would have become burdens if pursued. I am bringing clarity about which is which. The ones that were truly from me will resurface with renewed vitality, and this time, the path toward them will open with far less resistance than before. The ones that were not meant for you will fade without the bitter sting of loss. You will recognize them as roads not taken for good reason. There is a specific gift within you that has been dormant, waiting for the right season to emerge. You may have glimpses of it, moments when it almost broke through, but circumstances or fear or other people's opinions pushed it back down. That gift is stirring now. It will require courage to let it be seen, to give it space to grow, to trust that what feels different about you is not wrong but precisely right. This gift is part of how you will impact the world around you, not through grand stages or wide recognition necessarily, but through authentic expression of who I made you to be. The people who could not see you clearly, who misunderstood your motives, who interpreted your actions through their own woundedness, they do not get to define your worth. Their opinions, however loudly expressed or deeply painful, are not the final word. I am the final word, and I say you are good. I say you are pure in heart. I say your intentions are honest even when your execution is imperfect. I see the truth of you that they cannot see, and my seeing is what matters. You have spent energy trying to explain yourself to those who were determined to misunderstand. That season is over. You no longer need to defend your character to people who have already decided who you are without truly knowing you. Your worth is not up for debate. It is established, sealed, unshakable. Walk forward in that knowing and let their narratives fall away like clothing that never fit to begin with. I am establishing boundaries around you, invisible lines of protection that guard your peace and preserve your energy for what truly matters. You will find yourself less available to drama, less reactive to chaos, less willing to engage in conversations that drain rather than fill. This is not coldness. This is wisdom. This is you finally valuing what I value in you and refusing to let it be diminished by those who do not recognize its worth. Share this message with one person who came to mind as you read. Someone who is also in a season of transition, who needs to hear that they are not forgotten, that their time is coming, that what has been forming in secret is about to be revealed. Your obedience to share could be the very word they needed today. My timing, though it has felt slow, is perfect. What comes to you now comes at the exact moment you are ready to steward it well. Earlier would have been too soon. You would have received it with hands that were still closed, with a heart that was still defensive, with a mind that was still operating from scarcity. But you are different now. Pain has made you tender rather than hard. Waiting has taught you patience rather than bitterness. Silence has shown you how to listen rather than fill every space with noise. You are ready, my beloved, even if you do not feel ready. Readiness is not about having all the answers. It is about being willing to take the next step without needing to see the entire path. It is about trusting my character even when my methods do not make immediate sense. It is about knowing that I am good, that I am for you, that I will not lead you into harm even when I lead you through discomfort. The internal shifts you have experienced recently, the subtle changes in how you respond to stress, how you interpret setbacks, how you view yourself, these are not small things. They are evidence of deep transformation. What changes inside always eventually manifests outside. The inner work I have been doing is about to become visible in your circumstances, your relationships, your opportunities. Others may wonder what happened to you, how you changed, where this new version came from. But you will know. You will remember these quiet moments when truth settled into you and began to reshape everything. I am not asking you to become someone you are not. I am asking you to stop pretending to be someone you never were. The masks you wore to gain acceptance, the roles you played to keep peace, the false versions of yourself you constructed to survive environments that could not hold the real you. All of these can be set down now. You are safe enough to be authentic. You are loved enough to be vulnerable. You are secure enough to let others see the unpolished, imperfect, beautifully human truth of who you are. This authenticity will cost you some relationships. Not everyone will appreciate the real you as much as they appreciated the version that made them comfortable. But what you lose in shallow connection, you will gain in deep belonging. The ones who are meant for you will recognize you when you stop hiding. They will feel the resonance of truth and be drawn to it. These are the connections worth having, the ones built on reality rather than pretense. You are being prepared for increase, my child, but not the kind the world typically celebrates. Not necessarily more possessions, more recognition, more external validation, though some of that may come. The increase I am bringing is internal. More peace than you have known, more clarity about who you are and what you are called to do, more capacity to love without losing yourself, more resilience in the face of difficulty, more trust in my goodness, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. This is the wealth that endures, the treasure that cannot be taken from you. I am revealing my nature to you in new ways. You will see my faithfulness not just in answered prayers, but in the strength I gave you when prayers seemed to go unanswered. You will recognize my protection not just in dangers avoided, but in how I held you together through dangers you had to walk through. You will understand my love not just in blessings received, but in how I loved you consistently even when you could not feel it, even when you doubted it, even when you turned away from it. My presence is not something you achieve through spiritual discipline alone, though practices can help you become more aware of what is already true. My presence is constant, given freely, never withdrawn. What changes is not my nearness, but your ability to perceive it. And I am opening your spiritual senses now, teaching you to recognize me in the ordinary, to hear me in the stillness, to feel me in the unforced rhythms of grace. You do not have to try harder to earn my attention. You already have it completely, always. You do not have to improve before I move on your behalf. I move because I love you, not because you have reached a certain level of worthiness. You do not have to understand everything before you trust me. Trust often precedes understanding, and that is okay. I am trustworthy whether you understand my ways or not. The future I have for you is secure, my precious one. Not because I have removed all difficulty, but because I will be with you in every difficulty. Not because I have promised an easy path, but because I have promised to be your strength on the hard path. Not because I have guaranteed everything will go as you plan, but because I have guaranteed that I will work all things together for your good. This is not the end of your story. This is not even the climax. This is the quiet chapter where the protagonist stops running and finally learns to rest in what has been true all along, that they were never alone, that they were always loved, that they were worth fighting for from the very beginning. And as this truth takes root, everything that follows will be built on a foundation that cannot be shaken. Stand with me in this moment. Receive what I am giving. Trust what I am doing. Believe what I am saying. You are mine, and I am yours. And that reality changes everything. The shifting has begun, the new is emerging, and you are exactly where you need to be. Declare it now, my beloved. The change has started. Let those words seal this truth in your spirit. You are not who you were. You are becoming who you have always been meant to be, and I am with you every step of the way.